Wondering if Lovevery's Analyst play kit is worth it? The short answer is probably not. You can recreate this play kit for as little as $82 with the dupes I'm going to show you today, or as much as $136, which would be more than the cost of this play kit to buy directly from Lovevery. However, I don't think most families are going to want all of the items in this play kit, which is their last play kit in the 3 to 4-year-old range, and currently the last play kit they offer as a whole. If you guys are new here, my name is Rachel from The Confused Mom. Welcome to my channel. I share baby and toddler product reviews, activities, as well as Montessori at-home tips. I have an 18-month-old and a 4-year-old, and I have reviewed all of Lovevery's play kits to date, including where to find the dupes if you prefer to self-curate them. So be sure to go back and check out those videos if you haven't already. So I've had the items from this play kit now for over 6 months, maybe like 9 months. I tend to introduce the toys in my Lovevery play kits earlier than the recommended age. It just really works for our family. Not all of the items are a hit in that earlier time. So let's talk about what's inside of the Analyst play kit. And first up is going to be this like Montessori style mystery box. So you have 2 handholds and then the back is open. And within this, it comes with 8 pairs of tactile little like rectangle pieces. And it's basically a guessing game your child can play by themselves or with one other person. This is a great little game that builds concentration, helps them develop some of their senses, and also the language around using those senses. This one feels rubbery and squiggly. Which one of these looks rubbery and squiggly? I think it's that one too. We got it! And you guys may have even played this game as kids yourself. I know I did around Halloween every year in elementary school. They would get a box that we would have to stick our hands in, and there was some sort of mystery spooky food, like grapes that were peeled and they were eyeballs, or like spaghetti that was like brains. It's kind of the same concept here. So if your kid wanted to play this game solo, all you would do to set it up for them or teach them how to set it up is you would take one set of the pairs, put them on top of the box, and then put the matching pairs inside, and then they would go ahead, put their hands in, and try to guess which pair they're feeling. And while you can purchase a pretty similar dupe to this for $25, truthfully, I would DIY this. All you need to do is literally cut handholds into a box and then set it up where the back is kind of sealed off and choose different items from around your house and have them guess it. You could use pipe cleaners, you could use felt, you could use foam, like go into your craft supply drawer and try to just take different tactile experiences and put them together here. And if you homeschool, you could even adapt this like for different farm animals or different stages of a chicken being born or a frog turning from a tadpole to a frog. Like you could do this in so many different ways to incorporate it and deepen whatever your kid is working on. This is just like a great thing to have in your back pocket. Box is really nice and well made, as all of Lovevery's things are. I just don't know that it's really worth it in this play kit because you can make it so easily. Next up is going to be the pattern match boat set with cards, and this is definitely my favorite item from this Lovevery play kit. Basically, it is a wooden set of colored boats, sails, and sailors with matching cards. And this is awesome because you can turn it more into like open-ended, creative, imaginative play. This is one of the toys that we introduced very early. The first toy I introduced from this play kit, so pretty close to 3 years old, I took this out. And my daughter throughout the year would always go over to it and just independently play with the cards and match the different boats. I love, like I said before, that we can go ahead and take the different boats and pull them out for various pretend playscapes. Can we use it with a Lovevery block set with magnet tiles? Like the open-ended option here makes it by far like the best toy in this box in my opinion. And as far as finding a dupe for this, there's nothing exactly like Lovevery's out there. They essentially did a Waldorf spin on a Montessori sequencing puzzle, which I think was a really brilliant idea because it really elongated the lifespan of this. With that in mind, obviously you can find tons of Montessori sequencing puzzles out there that are going to be very similar to the card match and color sequencing skill that you're working with this toy. I'll link all those in the description box below, as well as in the blog post version of this video. However, the one I think that is most similar to Lovevery's is going to be learning resources all about me sorting neighborhood. So here we have 3D manipulatives, much like Lovevery's, that are color-coded just like Lovevery's. And you can go ahead and make your own sequencing cards here where you're matching the different family members into the different colored houses. And again, just like Lovevery's, it really provides an opportunity for open-ended creative play. The next item that comes in this is going to be the color theory puzzle. And this puzzle is awesome. It essentially has two shaped pieces, making it a little bit of a challenge because you can't go off of like, does this piece fit here? But instead, you're really gonna refine your child's eye and understanding of colors because they will need to match up the different color gradient shades in order to do the puzzle correctly. My daughter, though, absolutely loves this puzzle. This was one that while we introduced it much younger, she really didn't start to take a liking to it towards the actual intended age range of this play kit, which is the last 3 months before they turn 4. Now though, it built up so much confidence in her that she has figured out what part of the puzzle pieces to look to match up. And it has even been tricky for her to do at times in different lighting throughout the room, where like some of the tan and kind of beigey pieces, she really has to look closely to get them quite right. Now, as far as dupes for this go, nothing exactly like Lovevery's, but there are a few different options you can go with. Depending on the skill level of your child, there are a ton of color gradient jigsaw puzzles out there. There's also more simple wooden color gradient puzzles. This is something that you could DIY very easily, and you can print out a picture of a color wheel and just cut it into different puzzle pieces and give that to your kiddo. Now we really shift into the practical life skills portion of this play kit, and the first thing that you're going to find in there are stackable fraction cups. These are little nesting measuring cups that teach fractions in a concrete way, but personally we have never used this. My 18-month-old uses it as like snack cups when he saw it. We started baking with my toddler since she was a year old, and yes, I love the idea of this concrete fraction in mind. It's just one of those things that we already had measuring cups and we use a scale a lot for baking. It just wasn't part of our routine and we weren't creating a new routine around that. It just was one of those things I kept forgetting about. But you can find near identical dupes for this, and these work great with the next item, which are visual cued recipe cards. These recipe cards are awesome because they are all picture based, meaning your toddler doesn't need to know how to read in order to follow the recipe. And of course they can use their fraction cups, which are perfectly laid out to match the recipe cards included in here. In that sense, it's nice and probably going to be better than any other dupe that you can find out there, because in what other dupe is the visual cue cards going to perfectly match the measuring cups they're going to be using? But with that said, you can obviously get visual recipe card dupes. My first cookbook is about $12 and it's 192 pages with tons of recipes. I highly recommend checking that one out to really foster independence in your child in the kitchen. There is a book included in this play kit called Quarter, Half, and Whole, and it's a really cute little book about baking and math. And then to really bring this whole cooking segment and math fractions thing together, your kid will actually get to put one of those recipe cards into practice and see their measuring cups in practice. My daughter likes this book a lot. I wouldn't say it became her new favorite by any means. And there are a ton of other great fraction books out there. I will leave my top 3 recommendations in the description box below. And then the last item that comes in this play kit is going to be their first sewing kit, which is a nice up level from previous lacing and bead activities that they tend to get in the early years. This is really getting into the art of sewing. Handwork is a huge part of both Montessori and Waldorf, and this set is perfectly tailored towards little hands with the big needle that's easy for them to thread, the larger holes. It comes with 3 different sewing boards so your child can increase their difficulty level. My daughter also really loved the rainbow thread. That's really what pulled her into this activity, is she would see the rainbow thread out a lot and say, what's this for? And while there's nothing exactly like Lovevery's out there, there are some great dupes for this depending on the age, interest, and skill level of your child. And then of course, just like all of Lovevery's other play kits, it comes with the little parenting guide full of all of the research you don't have time to read, activity ideas, ways to extend the play, and more. And in case you missed it, Lovevery released their book bundle add-on service. I have an entire playlist reviewing how that works, whether or not I think they're worth it, and full read-throughs that you can either watch by yourself or watch with your child to see if you want to add that on. The 2 add-on books included with this play kit are You Can Do It and The Sleepover. You Can Do It's really cool because it's actually 2 books in one. I read through both of those in separate videos. Both books, or all 3 books technically, focus on, much like this play kit, building up your child's self-esteem, taking some healthy risks, pushing them a little bit outside of their comfort zone. You Can Do It specifically is one of her favorite add-on books that we've gotten. And the sleepover is also great. We use a lot of the tools for that when my daughter was having difficulty sleeping just at home with us, not even at a sleepover. But I cover more of that in the book bundle specific videos, so be sure to head there next. As far as whether or not the Lovevery Analyst play kit is worth it, you could recreate this play kit for as little as $82, which is significantly lower than the cost of this play kit. Or you could recreate it for as much as $135, I don't remember exactly, which would be more than the cost of this play kit. But like I said, I don't think most families are going to want to recreate every single item from this play kit anyway, which does make it probably not worth it. From a qualitative experience, I would say we get a good amount of use. Obviously from the boats, that was a huge one. As my daughter's gotten older, she's really liked the sewing kit, and the Montessori Mystery Box is a great tool to have in your arsenal. But for us personally, all of the baking stuff just felt a little too late. Now, it's teaching a great concept. There's nothing wrong with it by any means. Let me know in the comments whether or not this play kit was a hit or a dud with your family, whether or not you plan to get it, any other awesome dupes you guys find for it. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. Be sure to go back, check out that Lovevery book bundle playlist, check out my past Lovevery reviews. And as always, my name's Rachel. Have a good one.